Welcome to tonight's bedtime snuggles. I love these kind of videos. I feel that they're a little bit more cozy and intimate, and hopefully you'll be able to pop this on your screen and fall fast asleep beside me. So I, of course, love to include personal attention, face touching, soft and slow whispering. I've got some sleep facts with me, bedtime stories and songs, and we're just gonna chill. I also have a dog sleeping on my feet at the bottom of the bed, so you may hear her move. A lot of you always ask me, where's Hugo? Hugo's not really a lap dog, so he prefers to lie on the cold floor downstairs in the kitchen, and upstairs is quite warm, so he tends not to come upstairs, so that's why it's more Lindy that you'll see in a YouTube video. She knows I just said her name because she's now looking at me. And that goes to you guys too. I hope you're feeling good today and ready to relax. So please join me for some deep breaths to remove any stress that you may be holding in your shoulders, in your head, anywhere in your body. So breathe in and out. Breathe in and out. And breathe in and out. There. That's better. Okay. So just close your eyes for me. Close those sleepy eyes for me. Sleepy eyes. And just focus on relaxing your body. Because you have had a hard day, maybe. You've done a lot today, and you deserve to relax and switch your mind off. So I'm just going to stroke your eyebrows. And remember, you are amazing. You are loved. You are wonderful. Wonderful. You are loved, and you're amazing, and you are wonderful. I dare you to try doing this to yourself. I always remember back when I worked in Boots, a pharmacy chemist, and I was in the dispensary, and there's a that worked as well on the healthcare counter. She just did a couple of days before she retired, and one day she was talking about her daughters and what she used to do to help them go to sleep, and that even now in their late 20s, early 30s, they still like her to do this. And she did it to me, so she said, like, give me your arm. So I held out my arm, and she just gently on the underside of my arm, just ever so softly stroked it. And the ASMR I had was huge, especially because you don't realize that somebody's gonna do that. And there was something so motherly about her touch that it just made it even more insane. It tingles. And that's the kind of, vibe that I like to go for as well, like with intimacy and gentleness. I think really brings the tingles, and that when I'm trying to relax, I find the channels that are just really intimate and come across as caring, I just love. And so I try and bring to you guys what I love, and hopefully you guys will love that too. If you can hear that, that's Lindy giving herself a bath. Hey. Shh. Bedtime. That's it. Shh. Lie down. Good girl. There we are. She's very licky. Like she likes to come and just lick everything. I'm always like, no, little licky. Aren't you? She's just staring at me. Anyway, I always remember my first ASMR experience, I think, where I got it not from somebody playing with my hair. I think as a child I always experienced that feeling when somebody would just unexpectedly sit and play with my hair. And obviously the dot line game, that is a childhood classic. But I remember sitting in a class at high school, probably around the age of 14, and we had this kind of like fill-in teacher for a lesson because my teacher was off sick, and this kind of supply teacher, oh my goodness, her voice just gave me ASMR. And I remember sitting in the full lesson just like unable to move, I mean, it was just amazing. I've never ever had that intensity of ASMR from just a voice again. It normally has to be like whispers, not like a normal level voice anyway. And maybe you guys have some early experiences that you're willing to share in the comments. I know I would certainly love to read them. But yes, now remember, you are loved. You are loved. You are loved. I don't mean to hit the lens. These nails are getting out of control. Need to get them redone, which I will do soon. Every time I this is such a de-stress zone for me. I've been running around like a lunatic over the last few days with so much to do, so many things, due to some big changes, job changes, but also house changes with work commencing very soon for downstairs. And so I've been running around like an absolute mad person, trying to get things done. But this, like making ASMR videos, just helps me also not just you guys relax, but me relax and find my inner peace and just bring that bubbling high pressure down. I'm sure you guys can relate in that sometimes we keep thinking of all the things we have to do rather than just take one little thing at a time, and we end up getting our stress levels really high. But it's okay. It's okay. It's always remembering that while these things seem like a big deal at the time, they're not. In reality, there's so much, worse that people are going through, and actually just having things to do as a worry is lucky. It's very lucky. So I keep getting this evil stare from Lindy. What is it? Okay, so rambled on enough there. So we're going to do a few little sleep facts. I managed to make my whole way through this book, so we're gonna go back again. Also, she's kind of snoring, so that might help you snore or help you sleep. Okay. I like this quote from Ernest Hemingway. It says, "I love sleep. My life has the tendency to fall apart when I'm awake." So true. Calmer mind leads to more attention, better stamina, less stress, easier decision making, feeling happier, a better hormone balance, reduced inflammation, more creative potential, boosted immunity, more energized, sharper performance, better performance, lower blood pressure. Just go. So, how journaling can help. Recent research has proven that writing has a major health benefits beyond helping you make sense of your own thoughts. Always knew it. I love to write things down. When it comes to improving your sleep, there are all sorts of mindful and deliberate practices that can help, and journaling is one of them. Whether it's tracking your sleep, capturing the content of your dreams, or practicing gratitude, putting pen to paper can reduce stress, lessen anxiety, boost the immune system, improve self-confidence, and promote happiness. All of which promote better sleep. Your journal will become so useful, showing you the progress you've made in terms of dream recall or in getting a better night's sleep, will be a future treasure trove. Throughout the book, there are journal pages. So this is in this book, so I'll not read that part. But basically this book has like different journal pages that you can also complete. Sleep in the modern world. For much of human history, we have lived by the cycles of day and night on our perpetually spinning planet. We evolved to follow a diurnal pattern. Shh, 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 lie down, lie down, lie down. She can hear something wheeling the bin outside. Shh, 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 it's just a bin. And she gets very territorial, so she'll start barking. That's her off the bed. She'll come back because I'm not going to let her out. We evolved to follow a diurnal pattern where awake in the day and sleep at night. But all that has changed with our 24/7 societies and fast-paced world. First with the gaslights, then later with the advent of electricity and the invention of light bulb illumination soon flooded into every dark corner. What we know now is that a lack of sleep is perilous. Chronic sleep deprivation has massive implications for health, from obesity and dementia to heart disease and cancer. When motorways become lit by strings of streetlights and our homes become fully illuminated after dark, we started to disengage the lung connection between day and night. And master clock that has long controlled our urge to sleep and be awake. We too often ignore the signs of sleepiness because we want to finish that project at work, enjoy nights out with friends, or binge watch the latest series on Netflix. And by running on too little sleep, we turn into quivering emotional wrecks and cannot process thoughts or problems efficiently. But small and significant changes can start to redress the balance. The natural world has plenty to teach us. Reconnecting with the sun and working in harmony with its cycle can empower us to sleep better, be energized and feel happier. So let's make a new mantra for the sleep revolution, and let's reclaim the night for sleep. I love that. Love that. I don't know about you, but I'm really bad for this. I will have all the lights on at night. I will often be editing late at night so that I can try and upload videos overnight. And obviously the glare just keeps you awake. And then, it's dogs out for a pee before bed and things. And all the lights are on. So then also I go to bed and I'll sit on my phone as well, which is so bad for you. But I wonder why I can't sleep. And that's why. So I fully know that there's definitely things I can do to help with my sleep. But it's whether I'm gonna do them or not. It's finding that time and getting into that routine to improve the sleep. I know I can't drink anything at all like an hour or so before bed because I will wake up in the middle of the night needing to go to the bathroom and then struggle to go back to sleep. Same with food. I wouldn't touch anything late on because, again, it'll wake me up. And with writing, I love writing things down, as I've said. This is is my little sloth book. I think I showed you it before. I have so many different coloured notebooks and they give me such joy. I love using them. So this one, all it has in it is top Xbox games to buy from my point of view Xbox game video. But even this, like when you're so stressed and you feel like everything's on top of you, just writing down what you need to do or what you need to think about really, really helps. It really does. I would absolutely love to make some sort of sleep journal for the channel, something that would help with like stress and anxiety, but also kind of captures like sleep with like sleep tips and sleep facts. Something I would love to do, rather than, I've said this before, because rather than like, oh, a t-shirt, you know, people do merch and they say a t-shirt, it's called Scottish Murmurs. I'd love to actually have like something that we could use to be useful for sleep. I also am obsessed with lots of different pens. Like, I have so many pens. I like the ones that write really thin. Get good thin writing. It's always good. But yes, I found that very interesting. A little insomnia is not without its value in making us appreciate sleep and throwing a ray of light upon that darkness. By Marcel Proust. Very true. Just give sleep a chance. It may have been an iconic protest about promoting peace, not war, but we think that John Lennon and Yoko Ono had the right idea when they decided to use part of their honeymoon to stage their Give Peace a Chance event. Do it in your pyjamas and from the comfort of a bed. In 1969, the couple spent a week tucked up in room 902 at Amsterdam's Hilton Hotel, followed by another week-long bed-in a few months later across the pond in Canada, lounging under the covers at the Queen Elizabeth Hotel, Montreal. Viewed by some as a blatant publicity stunt, others chose to hang out with the couple. Visitors were invited between 9 a.m. and 9 p.m. to uncover more of their peace-promising philosophy. We like to imagine that once the press hurly-burly had gone for the day, John and Yoko settled back down for a good night's sleep. So, I love reading this one about a spoonful of caffeine, because I feel like we often don't realise how much caffeine is in some of the drinks that we drink. So, caffeine is the most used psychoactive substance worldwide, with 85% of Americans consuming at least 180 milligrams a day. That is 2 cups of coffee. In moderation, coffee consumption is okay, but drinking too much, especially after midday, will interfere with sleep patterns. How you deal with caffeine is highly personal. You'll no doubt know someone who boasts about having late night espresso and never has an issue falling asleep, and it's all down to genetics. Since caffeine is a common culprit in insomnia, it's very good to be mindful of the effects. So, here's an example. So, caffeine, you'd be surprised. A Starbucks dark roast coffee is 340, so Venti's 340 milligrams, Grandy's 260, a tall is 193 and a short is 130. Now if you compare that to Monster Energy is at 160 and a Red Bull at 80, seems like there's not much in them. I was assuming that I would get like loads of caffeine, like way more caffeine than anything else from like energy drinks. So that surprises me. Think about like your Coke or your Coke Zero, etc. That's all got like 57 milligrams. Tea is about 48, so that's still quite high. If you want a normal decaf coffee, it's like 2. Or if you want like a normal coffee, it's about 47. Green tea is only 2 as well. Very interesting. So really, just go to Starbucks if you're absolutely knackered. Just go to Starbucks and they'll fix you right up. So I'm going to do this book now with one of my favourite poems from this. I'll find it. If I can. This one. Yeah, this poem called Night by William Blake. The sun descending in the west, the evening star does shine. The birds are silent in their nest, and I must seek for mine. The moon, like a flower in heaven's high bower, with silent delight, sits and smiles on the night. Farewell green fields and happy groves, where flocks have took delight, where lambs have nibbled silent moves, the feet of angels bright, unseen they pour blessing and joy without ceasing on each bud and blossom and each sleeping blossom. They look in their thoughtless nest, where birds are covered warm. They visit caves of every beast to keep them all from harm. If they see any weeping that should have been sleeping, they pour sleep on their head and sit down by their bed. When wolves and tigers howl for prey, they pitying stand and weep, seeking to drive their thirst away and keep them from the sheep. But if they rush dreadful, the angels most heedful receive each mild spirit, new worlds to inherit. And there the lion's ruddy eyes shall flow with tears of gold, and pitying the tender cries, and walking round the fold, saying wrath is meekness, and by his health sickness is driven away from our immortal day. And now beside thee, bleating lamb, I can lie down and sleep, or think on him who bore thy name, graze after thee and weep. For washed in life's river, my bright mane forever shall shine like the gold as I card o'er the fold. I like that one. I like it a lot. Well, my darlings, it's been a pleasure as always, and I hope you enjoyed this simple, just relaxing evening snuggles together. And I will see you very soon for another video. Take care, my loves.